Okay guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I actually have a little something different and a little special for you guys. These cards, every single last one of them. Charizard, Charizard First Edition, Charizard Special Edition or whatever from, I think that was like a McDonald's Special Edition card. Another Charizard First Edition there, and another Charizard First Edition there. As you guys can probably already tell, these cards, all of these cards, all trash. They're all fake. Every single last one of these cards. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I've been noticing, just based off of watching different videos, there's been a big uptick in fake cards, people coming across fake cards. So I just really wanted to kind of shoot a video here and show you guys what to look out for, so you don't end up, buying these and spending an exorbitant amount of money on something that's fake. Which, by the way, in my opinion, if you were ever looking at purchasing the real version of any of these cards, I would highly, highly, highly hope that you'd have an expert, or someone that's much more familiarized in the Pokemon game, actually go with you or try to authenticate the cards for you, so you don't end up getting scammed out of a ton of money. So these cards here, the reason why I have them, I actually have them as novelty display pieces. And the cool thing about them is that, again, they are fake. They're literally worthless. Like you could burn these, punch holes in them, whatever you want to do. I like having these just set up as perfect little display pieces right around the house. I think they look cool. I love Charizard. I've never ever owned a Charizard card up until recently, like a legitimate Charizard card, up until recently when I actually pulled a gold Charizard EX card, out of the Scarlet and Violet series from a booster pack. It was so awesome. I was so excited. I am still super excited. But up until that point, I actually had these, and I had them just again as display pieces. Everybody that has been over, at least to my place, knows anything about Pokemon knows that they're clearly fake. Um, and then I actually, like, me as like a beginner, I guess, in Pokemon, it took me a little bit of research, to be able to find out like the telltale signs on a fake card. And I really like these because, again, they don't cost anything. You're not spending like $100,000 or something insane like 10 grand or anything like that, on just literally a card. That's all it is. At the end of the day, it's a card. It's paper. That's how much you're spending on a piece of paper. Granted, the other cards that have more intricate designs, I could understand spending, more money on those. But in terms of like the old school actual Pokemon cards, like, think about it, guys. It's just paper. It's printed paper, and yes, they're amazing cards, and there's that nostalgia aspect to it. But if you ask me, I would much rather spend, even if I had the money, okay, if I had like $1 million or $2 million, whatever, I would not spend $100,000 out of that money, or maybe even more, or even less. I probably wouldn't even spend like a thousand. I might spend $1,000 on a really cool card if it was that important to me, but I would never spend something like as insane. Um, you know what? It's not insane. If you have the money and it's your passion, then, I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money. I'm just saying, for me personally, even if I had the money, I would not buy the real versions of these cards. Um, Again, Charizard's super cool. I love Charizard. I've always been a big fan. I mean, I don't think there's anyone that I know that does not like Charizard. He's just super awesome. I mean, he's a dragon and you can't go wrong there. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys these videos. So, kind of little telltale signs, just in case you see any of these cards like online, someone selling them. Um, you know, Tip number one, obviously, if it's like too good of a deal, I know everybody always says that. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. That holds true for Pokemon cards. I mean, think about it. There's so many different avenues that someone could go to sell a card like this for, thousands of dollars, like a real version, let's just say, for thousands of dollars, opposed to posting it online like on eBay or Etsy or wherever for, couple hundred bucks. Like, there's so many different avenues that person could go to actually legitimately sell a legitimate card like this for thousands upon thousands of dollars. So if you see something posted online, that's a Charizard card. It's a first edition, and again, they're selling it for like just a crazy low amount. I would absolutely think twice. Now, the thing about these cards, as you can see, there are little signs here, like the border, for example, on this. It's very faded, and so is the coloring on the actual card itself. Yes, you can argue that that's due to age, but I mean, if you're really looking at it, like, look, it does not look like, the right quality, especially that background there on the holographic. And also, if you're looking at the borders here, you can tell they're a little off. And if you look at the Charmeleon in there, he looks like a weird little rat, you know? That's not what he looked like in the original Pokemons. And see, they vary depending on how good, I guess, the fake is. There's some that look really nice and legitimate, but another really good way of telling, again, is just looking at those borders, looking at the color schemes, the print jobs, I would say, on the cards themselves. And the biggest thing for me that would be a dead giveaway is just on the hollow pattern. Like, if you look up videos, and of course I don't have a real version of this card. Like I mentioned, I would never personally buy one. But if you look at other videos or look at pictures even of the real version of this card, you can see that the hollow pattern is like, it's there, but it's not like this. Like, this has an insane amount of basically, sparkly stars, sparkly hollows back there. And the same goes for all the other cards. And they're kind of bland. So you can, like, they just literally look bland on the sparkles there. Like, that's a dead giveaway. They don't even pop or anything. See, you can actually see this big one here and this one there, that one behind his wing. It's like it's always there versus, a real one where it's shimmering all over. So that's the biggest telltale sign, I would say, is because a lot of these, like the coloring on a lot of these, I mean, they look pretty legit, minus the fire, the shadowless, and all of that stuff. Like, they're pretty good fakes. They're pretty darn good fakes, and that's what the scary thing is about them. That's how easy it can be to potentially be tricked or swindled out of, a lot of money. Because even if you end up spending like $100 on a fake card like this, that's still $100, and it's kind of sad because I've seen a lot of Etsy shops, for example, selling these as display pieces, which is great. I mean, that's what I use them for. The problem is these guys are selling them for, $30 to like $100, at least the shops that I've seen, and that's just an insane amount of money, in my opinion, to be paying for a fake card, especially because what I spent on all 5 of these. So there's one. Again, there's the Happy or McDonald's edition or something. I forget what type of anniversary edition this one is. This one's actually one of the Charizard cards that, in my opinion, is a better fake than the rest. It looks pretty legitimate. So this one's kind of harder to tell. That's what the scary thing is about it. But the sparkles that you see back there, if you hold it up in the light, you can actually see the holographic print pattern on the card itself. And I know it's very difficult to tell from the camera, but it's there, guys. Like, there's the print pattern is Like, it's all on the actual card itself. See, this one you can tell. Do you guys see those sparkles down at the bottom right there? Look right here at the corner. Now the scary thing is, a lot of the newer Pokemon cards that are hollow like this also have that print scheme kind of running right there, but it's much more subtle than that. It's not as sparkly. But anyway, those are the telltale signs, and also just what I paid on these guys. For these, specifically for these 5, I actually ended up spending, I want to say, like less than $2 on all of these, not a piece, literally on all of them combined. I mean, $2 there. So if you think about it, and there I go dropping something again. Wouldn't be one of those videos on without me, dropping something. So I like to say, but again, there are people out there that are scamming people out of their hard-earned money by selling these fakes. So just a recap, if it's too good to be true, as far as the deal goes, it probably is. And I'm even going as far as to say is like, I've seen some fake ones posted for like $1,000 or $1,500, sometimes even a couple $1,000. And just think, all it takes is that one person who just got into Pokemon collecting, that has a lot of money or whatever. It just takes one person to make that purchase, and they're out of that money. And that basically that the scammer, like, made the payday of a lifetime on these. So again, be careful, guys. They've gotten very elaborate on all of these. As you can tell, the back of them. Just know what you're buying. And if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys like this type of content, please subscribe to see the various different videos that I post on this. And if you guys would like to see more more videos on these fake cards, please let me know. I mean, I can do an entire series on this, but these are literally, all of these, fake, 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 definitely super fake. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a great night, day, or morning, wherever you may be.